Cub fan needs an intervention. I don't know, Nez. Like, I'm not sure Cub fan's gone far enough, honestly. Like, you want my version of Cub fan going far enough that we need an intervention? If Cub fan paid one of the Hermitcraft admins to whitelist a bunch of people from another server, and then announced he had stolen Grian's rift and opened it, I feel like that's about where it's time for an intervention. Anything short of that, though, I feel like we kind of just let him do what he's doing, you know? No, I mean, if Cub fan paid off or lied to one of the admins and said, hey, this was hush-hush, but we're doing this surprise crossover with, you know, Pirates SMP or something. Here's the whitelist thing. Chances are most of the admins assume we aren't gonna lie to them. Like, I could do this. I could go steal Grian's rift, and while most of the British hermits are asleep, get 12 people added to the whitelist. But I feel like that's more Cub's thing, and I don't want to step on his toes, you know? Like, I need to be respectful. But yeah, you want to see the hermits really freak out about theft. Steal Grian's rift and open it. That would be... That... You want people to stop worrying about the perimeter thing real quick. That would be the way to do it. I really shouldn't brainstorm ideas this bad, because I miss Ollie so much, and he's on the Pirates SMP. And it's Saturday night. I feel like we should just accept that covering Doc's perimeter with vanilla terrain is probably enough for 1 week here. But this is how you remember earlier when I said I think I can tell I'm tired? I can tell that when people are saying things in the chat, I'm responding in a way that doesn't represent good judgment. This is an example of that. Rising intonation. And just says, do you need a sanity check? No, I know this is a terrible idea, but that's what makes it funny. I know this is insane, but that's what makes it funny. The bigger question is, I'm sitting here and I'm going, how many of the people from the Pirates SMP are awake right now? But once again, this is the sort of thing that Cub fan should be doing, not me. This fits what he's doing with his museum, and not me. We should keep working on our geometry here. And Jay says, I was trying to explain to Manti Gag while we're heading home your rift idea. I'm not doing it justice. Somebody asked how far Cub would have to go for us to have an intervention. And I said, if he stole Grian's rift and then added a bunch of people from another SMP to the whitelist, then I think it would be time for an intervention. But nothing short of that. And that was what I was saying. Cub. So I just said to Cub, Cub, do you have time for a terrible idea? And he said, always. And I said, I was asked at what point you need an intervention for museum theft. And I said, if he stole Grian's Rift and whitelisted another SMP without telling us. And I've been thinking about it, and if you do it, Ollie is on Pirates, and I miss him. And I will back your play later. And Cub says, well, did I actually guess? We might have actually... I do need a live hermit for the museum. He was very used to living in a cage for an extended time period. I said if she just told me to do it after the printer sleep, it'll happen. Everyone keeps saying we need to go bigger and bolder. Oh, thanks. This could actually happen. We're this obnoxious of people. Like, I feel like some of the work I did the last week has earned me enough goodwill that we could burn it all on this. And like, I honestly think that like the hours I put in on that perimeter project, like by the end of that, like it's just like, wow, people really seem to be taking me seriously and appreciating me more, and this is really nice. So immediately I'm like, okay, now that I've got this goodwill in my pocket, how can I spend it? What if we screw with the whitelist and make everybody furious? Okay, that'll reset the status quo. Nez inadvertently causes the next Hermitcraft war. Yeah, Hermitcraft Rift Wars. We're gonna have people over here being like, what? If you can invite them on, why can't we invite my mate on? I love drinking with my mate. Why can't I out and do server in it? Racewinder, no hermit would believe that that was them. No hermit would... Every hermit would believe that was me doing an impression of somebody else. Oh my god. What if we got Ollie to just follow Doc around for the last 3 months of the season? Because Doc is going to be like... He's going to want to retaliate with some insane redstone device. And then we just bring Ollie on and say, hey, Ollie, Doc's online. And Ollie logs in, flies over. He's like, oh, hi, Doc. You know. I can't do the voice. Hey, Doc! I can't do an Ollie voice. I can't do it. Doc! Just have Ollie follow Doc around for months. Like, nobody ever builds anything in the perimeter again. We can't possibly do this because... Honestly, I'm glad I came up with this idea on stream, because if I had come up with this privately, I probably would have done it tonight and gotten in huge trouble. But like, because I have no public deniability about this. I'm glad we came up with this idea on stream, so I can't actually do it, because I would get in so much trouble. The thing is, if Cub did it, I could burn what little political capital I just built up trying to get Cub back out of trouble. So Polaris says, I jumped on the stream and I heard Joe hissing. What's going on? I was doing bad Ollie impressions. Doc! Doc! Hey, Doc! I can't do it. Joe! Joe! More Elytra broke! I can't do it. I can't do it. I just can't do that voice. I'm sorry. It's too good a voice to attempt to repeat. To attempt to repeat or replace. I kind of love this Cub steals the rift and uses it idea. I kind of love this too much. But anyway, until next time, y'all, this is JoeHills from Nashville, Tennessee.